Yeah, back at it, my
We got the
man.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, all right,
Are you
all good, my man.
are you doing camp at home?
Yeah, St. Pete boxing, man. You know, it's hard. It's hard to leave. Um, there's just it's just life. I feel very comfortable. You know, if anything, like when they talk about competing with Bud, right? People know that Bud trains in high altitude, and I'll never give a fighter that kind of advantage. So, um, a fighter like that of that caliber. I heard Jose Cito Lopez trained in Big Bear when he was training for me, but I was overly confident in the fight, so I did what I did in that fight. But that's just how I end up assessing things. I look at the pros and cons. I say, do you feel comfortable with this challenge? Even though X, Y, and Z is on the table. And I said yes. If Crawford, if I had to step in the ring with Crawford, I want that to be on a even playing field, baby. You know what I mean? I want to be in high altitude. I want to put my body through that. I've always been curious. You and me, we go way back, Colorado Springs. We know a lot about the high altitude, what it's like to perform in high altitude and the challenges. And I'm pretty sure you're fully aware of the sports science of high altitude training. And it's something I've never added to my regimen. I always said, oh, if I fought Floyd or if I had to fight Spence, X, Y, and Z, should have done it for the Pacquiao, shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. But yeah, man, so it's something in the back of my head. I do need to stop playing with these boys and give this sport my best, use all the knowledge. I'm very methodical in my approach to boxing, and I've been hesitating to do that one last step. But I think I'm gonna stop waiting, and probably do it for the next camp, no matter what happens, no matter who's next. But we got a big challenge right now. We were talking about the weight cut. We were talking about how I started off at 172. And at the end of the day, though, 172 to 155 is not the 25-pound drop that it is for 147. So that's another reason why I signed this contract. There was a lot of yo-yoing. There was a lot of talk about possibly just fighting Stanley Onis in the welterweight division and other things going on. We talked about that a little bit on your podcast. And,
I got nothing.
you know, I this fight just sounded like a lot more fun. It sounded like a legitimate headliner. And then after I said yes, and everybody said, what? It made me that much more excited. I said, man, you definitely did what you're supposed to do, Thurman.
Yeah.
You're shaking up the world of boxing, doing what I do best. We've always competed at the highest level since we was kids. I'm not worried about the haters, man. I appreciate all my haters. So it is what it is, man. Haters are motivators, and that's part of the fuel and upsetting the apple cart. I'm an underdog, never been a big underdog in my career, even in the Pacquiao fight, because I was young, I was undefeated. He was the older dog, he was the legend. They were questioning him. Now they're questioning me. We were talking about being the smaller guy. I'm probably going to be the smaller guy. But Floyd was never a welterweight, and he stayed undefeated in the welterweight division, right?
Yeah.
Pacquiao was always the smaller guy, and he defeated a lot of bigger guys.
Yeah.
So, like the Mayweathers always said in the past, it's the skills that pays the bills, and I'm doing my best to bring my whole reservoir into the ring at the end of this month.
Let's talk about the complacency that just comes with life, comes with being successful. Everybody knows that you've gotten married. Everybody knows that you've gotten kids, that you've had children. And congratulations. I know we talked, but I want to publicly congratulate you on everything that you've earned in life. But with all that success and being married and having children, all this, there's a lot of people that are counting you out because they feel like you've gotten complacent and you
Hold
don't
on.
need boxing.
Hold on real quick. I just want to talk to a little bit of the fans real quick, man. Pacquiao knocked me down. I got up with a smile, okay? Look at all the people Pacquiao knocked down. Nobody got up with a smile, okay? It was funny. It was funny, boy. I was winning the round. Rewatch round one. I was winning the round. He capitalized in a moment. That's what veterans do. They choose the moment when to strike, okay? He capitalized in a moment, jumped into action, threw a really tricky combination, a little up, down, up punch, bam, caught me while I was moving backwards. It didn't even hurt. Okay, I've had shots that I've been on my feet that hurt a lot more. That's why it's called a knockdown. Okay, that's just it's a gravitational force. Don't maybe get scientifical on you peoples, okay? It is what it is, baby. It's boxing. I got up, I put up a great fight. And that man, I talked to his team afterwards. They had to talk to him and make him keep fighting. He was about to quit on the stool, people.
Hey,
Okay? That man wanted to fight. He couldn't talk after the
hey,
fight. Okay? So y'all
Keith.
need to understand boxing a little bit better, man.
We
Do your research.
we got Tim coming on to the to. He's Tim just made a request. Is that what that is? Yeah. So I'm gonna accept this. Tim Tszyu just made a request to come onto the show.
What up, Zoo?
He interrupting your cue.
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
All right. The man with the plan to knock me out. Ah, ah.
That's exactly right. You know it, bruh. You know it. I
You
didn't.
know, I'm happy,
I
baby.
didn't even have to say anything. You said it for yourself.
Yeah, hey, I'm repeating your words, you know. You said it like you said it timidly. I'd like you to say it with your chest. I would appreciate it if you said it with your chest, you know. At the press conference, you were a little timid, like a little boy. You were talking about Christmas presents and all this stuff. But look, man, you're happy.
This is
I'm
you,
happy,
brother. This
baby.
is you. You got a big mouth. You like to talk too much.
Baby, I like to excite the people. Are you not
I like to.
are you not happy
I
when you got that contract? Am I not the biggest name you've been in the ring with? Stop playing with
the
yourself.
biggest. You're the
I'm the
biggest man, but
realest.
not the.
I'm one
You're
of the
not the
realest
best
in the
man.
game.
You're
I
not the
only
most
talk
talented bloke I've ever fought.
because I
Yeah, yeah.
walk.
You. That's all you are. You're a
I
talker.
only
You like to
talk
talk.
because I
You're
walk.
a big
I lived
mouth,
this life. You were born into it. I lived this life too since I was 7 years old, baby.
mate.
This ain't
And
nothing
I will
new.
show you why I
This
was
ain't
born
nothing
into this
new.
life. Because I like to punch and I like to fight. That's what it is.
It's gonna be
That's the life
good,
I
baby.
was.
Throw
That's the
your
life I
best
was
shot.
brought into.
Throw your
Yeah, I
best
will.
shot.
I will. I
What you
will.
gonna do, Zoo? What you gonna do?
I'm
Throw
gonna
your
knock
best
you
shot.
out in two. That's what
In
I'm gonna
two.
do.
In
In two.
two. All right, baby. All right. I hope you don't get wobbled. I hope you don't just you gonna
Hey,
do a
hey,
little pretty
no,
dance.
it's ain't gonna happen on my side, brother.
No, it's all good, baby.
Keith,
All good. It's
have
all
you ever
good.
had a
It's all
fighter
good
tell
on
you
this
that,
side. Huh?
Keith, have you ever had a fighter tell you they were gonna knock you out?
Well, Danny didn't talk. He was a pretty good puncher. You know, you never said you was gonna knock me
To
out.
a
So
140 pounder.
you know,
Talking about 140 pounders, man. This is the big boy division, 154. There's a reason why there's 10-ounce gloves here and not 8-ounce.
yeah, yeah, you're bigger, right? But you're 22-0 with 17 knockouts. I was 22-0 with 20 knockouts. Okay, so
24.
you still
24.
okay, 24-0. You're 24-0 with
Yeah.
17 knockouts. I was 24-0 with 22
Yeah,
knockouts when I was at your level.
that's
Okay,
fine. That's
so
fine. I'm still
it
knocking
is what
people
it
out.
is,
You
baby.
haven't knocked
You
anyone
they
out
pick your
in a
they
decade.
pick they pick the
Decade
right fights. They
for
pick the right fights
me.
for you, mate.
They,
They giving you the right fights, mate.
mate,
Up to this date. Up to this
they
date,
gave
mate,
me
they
a
made the right
birthday
fights.
present.
They set it on a
When they
plate.
called me and said, "Hey, Thurman," I'm like, man, what a birthday present that is. This is Christmas, birthday, all in one.
All in one, baby. All in
All in
one.
one.
Let's just have some fun, baby. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying? Let's have some fun.
I'm the one that's
This
going
is
to be having the
different.
fun.
Been different. Been different. You'll see, man. You'll see. It,
Tim,
What am
it
I
is
going
what
to
it
say?
is.
Tim,
Huh?
It is what it is.
Tim, you and I we did an interview not too long ago, and I was asking you about cutting off the ring and things of that nature. Something we both feel you have to do against Keith Thurman. Anybody that's we got 1,086 on here right now. What can you say to them? Anybody on here that believes that you don't have enough experience for Keith Thurman?
Nah, man, that's all rubbish. Look, if he's gonna be running or if he's gonna come at me, whatever it is, man. It's not about experience in this fight. This is skill versus skill. I respect Thurman's skills. I respect what he's done in his career. But for me, man, honestly, this is just a passing of the torch. That's all it is. No disrespect, but one time to last time.
Undefeated fighter. That's how it's supposed to be. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. I get it.
Yo,
I get it.
he just played with your name though. One time for the last time.
You know, do
That's the
they
truth,
do they
man.
do
That's the
once upon
truth.
a time. They do once upon a time. They do sometime. Look, man, you know, everyone I fought with, you know, when they get out of the ring, they respect Keith Thurman's power. So I'm not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? I know that my punches are felt. I know I land my punches, you know, and he's talking about knocking me out, man. You didn't knock out Mendoza. Okay?
Bro,
He had some
Mendoza's
speed.
Mendoza knocked the fuck out of a unified world champion with one punch. You can't
Yo,
disrespect Mendoza.
he wasn't. He
He's
was.
one hell of a
He
fighter,
was
brother.
just backing
He,
up. He was just moving against you. You was hitting him in the later rounds. You was getting them. Bop, bop. You was hitting them.
because
Boom, boom.
once
What
I
you
hit
mean?
him, once
What you
I hit
mean?
him, he knew. And when I hit you the first time, you're gonna be like, oh man, I'm gonna feel like Mendoza as well.
Mendoza was on his feet easily, taking them shots clean, baby. I
Oh,
question,
we'll
you know,
see. Yeah, oh
I think
man.
you're a puncher, but there's different types of punchers. You know what I mean? I do recognize that you're a puncher, right? But when I fought Pacquiao, I knew Pacquiao could knock me down. He's not going to knock me out, you know? So you just claiming you're going to knock me out,
I
man.
will.
But you didn't knock
I
out
will.
Mendoza was
I
just
will.
slightly moving. He didn't even have the ring IQ that I'm going to bring to you, kid. Okay?
Brother,
So it is
keep
what it is, you
I
know.
will.
How
I
you
will. Mark
you
my
what you
words,
tell me?
man.
What you tell me in person? Please don't move. Please just stand there,
I
so
said
I can
what
just,
I said to you in person. I said you're gonna squeal. That's what I'm gonna. That's what I said. You're gonna be a
don't go,
squealer.
please don't go nowhere.
Squealer.
Don't go nowhere, so I can get you.
Hey, let me say this
What are
real
you
quick.
talking about, man?
Let me
What's this
say this
going
real
on
quick.
about, bro?
Most, most people that train with Keith, they were always concerned about his power. I I'm gonna speak personally. I wasn't concerned with his power. I understood is you got to go to the fire and you got to weather whatever storms come. Do you have any concern for the power of one time, Tim?
Of course, man. He's a fighter. Of course, I'm gonna have a bit of concern, but that it doesn't bother me, man. I'm gonna walk straight through him, and if he wants to come at me, then let's meet in the center of the ring and slug it out. Mexican
Slug it
style.
out.
Flat-footed Mexican style, as you say.
Flat-footed.
Keith,
Flat-footed. Slug it
you
out.
trying to meet him in the
You
center of the
say
ring?
flat-footed. That's what I am, huh? Yeah,
I can do
flat-footed.
whatever I want to do,
You,
baby. I
you
got
trying
You
to
do
meet
free
him in
whatever you
will.
the
want.
I got
Whatever it is,
free
it's not gonna
will.
work.
I got
It's not
free
gonna
will. I
work.
can do whatever I want to do, baby.
trying to meet him in the ring?
What's
You
that?
trying to meet him in the center of the ring?
I'm good. Look, we can first two rounds.
Come to
Bring it.
daddy. Come to
Bring it. Let's
daddy.
just go. I'll run right at him. I'll run right at him like I
Let's
did in the
do it.
amateur.
Let's do
I'll
it.
run right at
That's
him.
it.
Watch the Robert Guerrero
Beautiful.
fight. Round one, I ran right at him. I'll run right at you.
Robert Guerrero.
Right
Fucking
at
hell,
you.
Robert Guerrero. Come on, bro. All right.
No, I know,
It's
I
just
know,
different.
I know Robert
Yeah, I
Guerrero
know.
ain't nothing, you know. I mean, that fight was won before the contract was signed, baby. I know that, you know. But at the end of the day, I ran right at him. So I'm making a reference. I'm making a past reference into the current moment that I'll give you what you want for 6 rounds. For them 2 rounds, I'm supposed to be done after two. I'm supposed to be done after two. So boom, bada bing, bada boom, you know.
Tim,
Bang, 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 as you said. Your head bouncing off the canvas.
Yeah, that never happened before, never will.
Tim,
Will.
listen. You
It
you
will.
know, Tim, that you don't have the same reputation here as you do in Australia. Do you feel like knocking out Keith Thurman is what you have to do in order to win the fight?
Oh, oh man, I've always come for the KOs, you know. So whatever it is.
Damn, Keith, he coming for your head.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
um, you know, uh,
And he look
he was-
comfortable too.
yeah, he's comfortable. He's very calm. Tim Tszyu is a very calm fighter. You know, he 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 likes to paw with that jab and club you with his right hand. You know, he's a clubber. You know, he's a clubber. That's apparently, you know, I don't know how much he's trying to hit the clubs in Vegas, but he's a clubber in the ring. Okay, So at the end of the day, you know, I gotta prepare for that. You know, he's got a little, you know, I don't want to underestimate his other punches of his reservoir, but I would say as a right-handed fighter, he's most right-handed fighters are right side dominant, but Tim Tszyu exerts that. You know, when he went to stop Tony Harrison, uh, nice stoppage by the way. When he went and stopped Tony Harrison, right? I mean, that was different, right? I mean, that was one, that was two, that was three, four, like five uppercuts, bro. That was different, right? That was
Yeah.
different. But he was there. He was taking punishment, right? You know, Sean, I've made things in the past, right? If I gotta take a knee, if I gotta do certain things to survive, I'm just so different in the ring. I want more time. I will draw it out. I want to be in the fight. I want to stay in the fight. I'm not gonna be up on the ropes and then just stuck up. I don't get stuck up. You know what I
So
mean? I'm very
I like the
fluid.
way you talk
I'm
about
very fluid.
survival. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's survival. You know, there's always you're always in there. You're always in there, whether you're close or you're trying to do it from the outside. You know, I do recognize that Zoo, even though he doesn't have a significant height difference, his overall frame, he will have a reach advantage, right? But we're gonna see. You know, there's not a lot, but you know, to get out a little sparring clips or whatever. But I've seen this man get pushed back by smaller guys. You know, I've seen this man just being there with slick people and they're able to move tactically and survive, right? But my capacity of counterpunching, my capacity of combination choosing, okay? I mean, I'm just gonna bring a lot of challenges into the ring, my man.
Some,
It's
some,
just a little different. You're
somebody,
gonna see that Keith Thurman. There's a reason why Keith Thurman was able to become a unified champion.
Keith,
You know, there's a reason why Keith Thurman's name was number one at a time and place. And I'm
hey,
trying,
Keith,
you're trying to make a name off of my name. I'm just trying to help boxing fans remember who Keith One Time Thurman is when I'm done with
Keith.
Tim Tszyu.
Somebody,
I would get done.
somebody commented and said you're preparing to survive in this fight. Are you preparing?
That's
Somebody just
exactly
said,
what he just said for the last 10 minutes when he blubbered on. He just said, I know how to survive. He's going on about survival tactics.
That's if you're rocked. That's if you're wobbled. See, what people don't
When?
understand
When?
is
When?
there's you know, I'm a scientist, right? I understand field theory, quantum physics, probabilities, okay? So when you talk about, you said it yourself, Tim, that you're gonna walk right at me. But you also said, yeah, Thurman could do it. You said maybe Thurman could, but I'm not scared. Okay? So just knowing the danger that boxing is, because we're gladiators. This is the alpha and omega of the original combat sport. Okay, we haven't changed the rules in so many years. All these other sports, they throw out flag, you know, timeouts. You know, we don't get that, baby. You know what I'm saying? We
hey,
understand. We understand the
hey,
grind.
Keith, let me ask Tim. Tim, somebody just said you got knocked down by Terrell Gosher. What do you think he gonna do with Keith Thurman?
I got up straight away, man. It was just a little flash thing, you know? No, nothing happened. I was never hurt.
Keith,
Survival again, but I ain't here talking about survival and what I'm gonna do and this. I'm talking about
I'm saying the
winning.
way you got Tony Harrison, the way them five uppercuts will never see me, kid. See, y'all don't even understand what's called a reference point. Man, look, most people don't know shit about boxing. I guess that means you too, Zoo. I guess that means you too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're a
I'm a
funny
fighter.
man,
I'm
brother.
a clubber.
You're a funny
I'm a
man.
clubber. Mama
24
said knock him
and
out.
0. Don't
I'm
know
gonna
shit
knock
about
him out.
boxing. Yeah,
I
brother.
said
24 and 0.
boxing, baby, boxing. That's the sweet science. That's the sweet science,
Man,
okay?
my last fights, I haven't been hit, man. I walked out fresh. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. They picked some nice fights for you. Them
Picked.
dudes ain't hungry like me, bro. They're not hungry, bro.
Hungry? You've
They're
been on
not
a
hungry,
fucking
bro.
vacation for 5 years hungry. What are you talking about,
That's
man?
what makes you hungry. It's called a fast.
Hungry.
Fucking
You ever done a 5 day fast? Come on now. Come
Yeah,
on
I
now.
have actually. And it's definitely not the same mindset that you're in right now. That's for sure.
Man, ultimately, what people don't understand about boxing, about Keith Thurman, is my true love for the sport. Am I satisfied with what's happened to my career in the past several years? No. Can I take it back? No. So what can I do? I can punch you. That's all I can do, Zoo.
And I'm
All I
gonna
can do is
punch you
hit
back that
you.
much harder
I've
that
been
you're gonna regret
here.
everything you
I've been here
said.
meditating. I've been here meditating and waiting. And now I finally got the phone call. They gave me something to do. They said, hey, Thurman, do you want to punch Tim Tszyu? Come on, man.
And what happened? You took
Two,
3 days to study
two,
some tape.
two.
When they told me Keith Thurman,
Man.
5 seconds, I
Sean, you
said
ready
yes.
for this?
Give
You
me
ready for
for
this? You
breakfast.
ready for this,
Give
Sean?
me.
Tim, I didn't know who you was, kid. I didn't know who you was.
Good, good,
I didn't know who you was.
beautiful,
I saw the flat
beautiful,
feet.
brother. For the guy that
I
loves the
can smell
sport
that
of
they
boxing,
stink.
who's
I
who
saw
who
the flat
loves
feet. I can
everything
see that they
about
stink.
boxing, who
And I'm gonna
doesn't know shit
uh,
about boxing. Clearly,
uh, uh,
what are you doing? What are you
I live
moaning
this
there
life,
for?
baby. I live it.
Hey,
It is what it is.
You
listen,
live
we
it.
I
You're
seen
on
what I need to see in
vacation
two
for
days.
5 years. What are you
I seen what
talking
I
about
needed
living
to
it,
see in
man?
2 days. That's
Huh?
it. I seen what I needed to see in 2 days, kid. And I
I didn't
like
need
your
to see
record.
anything. Yes, straight away. Straight away.
Straight away. Come do it. 6 minutes.
Oh, I
Two
will. I
rounds.
will. I
Two
will.
rounds.
I will.
No one's ever done what you're proclaiming, kid. I'll be
I
very
will.
impressed. I don't,
I will.
look, I'm the fighter in the industry. I said I got a O. I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. If you can beat
Beautiful.
me, beat me. Bet,
Beautiful,
run it.
man. What am I? What
Run
else
it.
am I here
Two
for?
rounds. Put
What
me on
else
the
am I here
floor.
for?
You're not, it's never happened. It's never happened before, kid. You're a dreamer. I'm a dreamer too. I love it. You're a dreamer, kid. You got big dreams. You got big admirations, bro. That's what boxing's all about, baby. That's what it's all about. It really is, man. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you have that type of determination
listen, listen,
because
Beautiful.
listen,
because
Beautiful.
it makes this a real
I love
good
this guy,
fight.
man. This guy's
It makes it a
hilarious.
real good fight. That's what I'm telling you, man.
well,
This ain't
Yeah.
new. This ain't you're bred in this. I'm bred in this, baby. This ain't nothing new. You know, I don't got. Well, I'm not ever gonna
Nothing
just fight you
new.
in
Just
the
5 years.
streets.
Last
I
time
would
you
never
did
just
this was
fight you in
five
the
years ago.
streets. I would never just fight you in the streets, kid. But we signed
Of
these
course not.
contracts. We got
I'm not
jobs
like
to do.
that,
We got an
man.
obligation. We're putting our pride and reputations on the line.
You
It's, it's,
say it
it's
yourself, brother.
love,
You
baby. It's
say it
real.
yourself.
It's real.
listen. Let's check it out. Listen. I think we all three of us, we did what we needed to do tonight. We're a little bit over the time, so I want to let everybody go. But hey, Tim, thanks for just
Yeah.
jumping up in here. I didn't know you
No,
had
man.
that.
I saw Keith was online. Wanted to hear what he said. So look after yourselves,
Yes,
boys.
sir. Appreciate you for jumping.
Keep training
I
hard, Keithy.
see. I'm gonna do my best, baby. I'm gonna do my best. I want to make my mommy and my daddy very proud. I want to make my mommy and my daddy very proud.
You fucking flop.
All right, y'all both keep training hard. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Later. See ya.